Hello everyone, welcome to Open Up, a Mighty Feels series about communication. My name is Ten, and today we're going to talk about backtracking from both sides. If you haven't seen my other video about the difference between gaslighting, backtracking, and disagreeing, I recommend watching that too because it's important to know the difference. So backtracking is when someone tries to deny what they've said or done or twist it into something else. It looks like, oh, well, what I meant was, or that's not what I said, or just outright, I didn't do that. Now, this is different from when people just aren't articulating well and are trying to explain themselves better. Backtracking is about someone trying to get out of something they've said or done. And this can become a real habit for people, so it's helpful to know where it comes from. Backtracking is a defense mechanism. It's a way of protecting ourselves when we think that there will be undesirable or dangerous consequences to something that we've done. Whether or not there actually will be those consequences doesn't matter as much as if we think there will be, because that's the thing that's making us backtrack. Now, as I said in my other video, backtracking is different from gaslighting, but it can still damage relationships. So here are some quick tips that can maybe help you start to deal with it. Now, all of the recommendations I'm going to make assumes that you're safe and that you're going to be talking to someone who respects you and cares about you. If that doesn't sound like you and you notice that you feel bad around this person a lot, I recommend checking out the links that I've provided in the description. But if you're in a mutually supportive situation, you might benefit from dealing with backtracking in the following ways. Number one, if we're the ones backtracking, how do we stop? We need to work on figuring out why we feel defensive and learn to cope with it differently. This means we kind of have to know what's going on and be able to catch it. Sometimes, or a lot of times, that will happen after and we have to go, sorry, I did the thing again. But the more we practice catching it, the quicker that will happen. And then hopefully we'll catch ourselves before we even start. So some helpful questions might be, when did I start doing this? Is it something that I learned from someone else? What am I afraid of? What would make me feel more secure so that I can start taking responsibility for my actions? Now, it's important that we learn to take responsibility even when the environment is a bit unfriendly. We did what we did, and we can't demand that suddenly ideal circumstances will come together so that we can learn to take responsibility for ourselves. But it is hard to learn accountability on hard mode like that. So trying to create even one small compassionate space with another person who's willing to help you practice can be really helpful. Number two, how do you talk to someone who's backtracking a lot? You might feel really resentful, frustrated, hurt, and sad that the other person isn't meeting you halfway, and this can sometimes get in the way of having a fruitful conversation. Sorting through your feelings and getting support for yourself is really important, even if it's not from the person who's backtracking. When you do talk to them, what you might say is, hey, when I confront you about X, you tend to do Z. I'm really not interested in punishing you, but I do need you to take responsibility for your part in things. Is there a way I can approach you that makes that easier for you to do? Now, if backtracking is a habit, we can't suddenly expect someone to turn around and change that impulse, but they can start working on it, and we can make it clear how important it is to us. One thing to note is that it is more likely that they'll change if you're able to be supportive and understanding and help them catch what they're doing. I hope this helps. So that's it for this episode of Open Up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I really hope it's been helpful. The series is getting long now. For me. I'm so glad I've been able to keep up the weekly videos. It's really, really fun to do. I'm meeting so many cool people. I can be found on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon.com. If you have the means to support me a little bit on Patreon, I would love to see you there. You get early access to these videos, and I'm going to be starting a new bonus patron thing where I do key phrases that are linked to the videos that come out publicly. So for backtracking, you're going to get key phrases and other scripts that you can use for when you're backtracking and you need to apologize, or for when you're confronting someone on their backtracking, just key little phrases, because I know people really love scripts. So that's going to be added to the Patreon bonus if you support me there. So hope to see you there. And if not, keep liking, keep sharing, tell your friends to subscribe. All those things help me and keep me going. This is a labor of love, and I'm so grateful for you all. So that's all. You're great. I hope you feel great. And thanks for watching.